Welcome to this Visual Novel Nodal Editor new learning session. Let's create the new project. Click on New Project. Type the name of the project. You can select a language if you want. There's English, French, Spanish, and others. You can click Create Project. Oops, already exists. Let's try another one. Good. As usual, I have a start node and an end node. Let's des them. We're going to create a very short story, but this time with advanced dialogues features. Will be simple. We're going to add a simple background. Remember, for images, only layers are usable on the sequence part. You can add it with a right-click context menu or dragging the layer into the sequence. Connect the action sequence layer to the end action. The end action is the way out from node story. Let's adjust. You can use Alt or Shift to do symmetric modifications. OK. Good. Now we add some text. Double-click to edit the text. Start writing your story. Good. You have to connect the actions from left to right. It is the reading order. By clicking the actions, you can see their positions. Let's preview the node sequence by clicking on Preview Node. We see the image layer, followed by the text, as defined in the sequence part. Nothing defined in the end node. Good. The first node is ready. Let's continue. Let's create some node in the same way. You can reorganize. Give names to the nodes. Same way as before, image drag and drop text and connect. By dragging, we create connections between nodes. Thus creating choices. 3 choices? I wanted 2. Small bug to correct. Deleting and creating solve this. Okay, cool. 2 choices. Place the choices object. Double-click to edit the choice. Same thing for the other one. Okay. You can toggle the grid system and the snapping for precise positioning. Let's preview the node. Choices are okay. The click on the choice led us to the connected story node. Let's work on the second node. As previously, drag an image. Add to the sequence. Adjust. Let's continue with other nodes. Drag image. Same process. I want an animation when we arrive at the tea shop. Move keyframes. Set the duration on the Properties tab. preview animation. Good. Oops, I forgot to set the start. So far, so good. Let's continue. Same as previously, we prepare background. Let's set the choices. We define we can go to the shop. Or not. Good. Now something different. We'll create a dialogue here. Set a background. Place it with the sequence. Instead of a text action, we create a dialogue action. Now double-click on the action dialog. The dialogue editor opens. We have a default dialogue node and a special node named Story Exit. Its main purpose is to create extra connections on the node to go to other story nodes. OK, choose a character on the library. You'll find the list of your characters and the state's expressions. Drag a state in the dialogue node, double-clicking on it, and you can edit the dialogue text. Just drag a state to create a new dialogue node. Only one connection means dialogues pass directly to the other one. Continue dragging, branching and typing. Okay, now we'll create choices by adding more outputs. Double-clicking on a choice to edit. Double-click the second choice to edit. Okay, now I can connect to the story exit. But let's add a reply before. Good. Let's connect to exit. Cool, through the dialog, we added new connections outputs to the node. Don't forget to save your work. Okay, now we see the dialog's connection outputs. We can connect them to whatever node we want. Let's create a node. Oh, wait, we made a dialog. But what does it look like? Clicking on the action sequence dialog allows you to see it. Double-click on the image lets you modify the latest dialog. Double-click on the action. Let's put to the side the dialogue editor. Now you can see on the preview by clicking each dialogue. Good. Okay, but now, how can I modify the positions of all objects? By clicking and dragging certain parts in the preview. But before that, let's connect to other nodes. Choices connection are in the same order than in the dialogue editor. Make your connections. Let's add some stuff as previously. Set the image. Let's add a text. This is just an example. Okay, good. Launch the preview in Node with dialogues. Cool, it's working. Our defined choices appears. The script goes on. We exited to the connected node. Cool. We define nothing on the end node story. We'll just put a text. The end. Perfect. Let's go back to our dialogue. As mentioned earlier, how can we modify positions? We'll give some space to work. Put the dialogue editor aside the preview, so we can see easily each one. Here are two objects, the character and the text box. Now you can select each object individually. We can transform by dragging like we did to layers. Okay, now the text box. Good. Okay, but and the other dialogues? They didn't change. Right-click on the object and copy these transforms. Right-click again on the other object and paste transforms. Oops. Let's copy again. I misclicked something. Ew, cool. Let's do the same thing to other objects. Good. There. Again. With the speed of the mouse. It's like a cool journey. So quick. Okay, let's check everything. Instant preview. Don't forget to save. Let's play the novel. First choice. Continue. Ah, the tea shop. Wait, what? So sorry. It's a coffee shop. Lol. Let's enter the tea coffee shop. Dialogue starts. Going Truffet. Our choice is here. Third, we went to another story node. Truffet dialogue choice. End node. Everything is working. Don't forget to save. Okay, things may become visually messy. So here's a cool feature. Select nodes, then right-click, and group nodes. Your nodes now stick all together. And you can collapse groups or expand them. You can change their colors by right-clicking and change color. Don't forget to save. This concludes our second learning session. See you soon. Bye.